Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. Emma Lazarus, 1883. A country full of immigrants.
In the United States in particular, we kind of been known as a country of immigrants.
Welcomed by a quote that says it all. A new beginning for many. An estimate of 47 million immigrants enter the country each year, each striving to make a better life for themselves and their families.
A very rushed decision for my parents to take me to here.
They travel far and wide on treacherous terrain to find a new life.
He swam one of the lakes that part Mexico and El Salvador. He swam that with his family, and then they did tunnels, and then they got across the border until they ended up in Los Angeles.
Every immigrant has their own way of getting into the country and becoming a citizen. An estimate of 1 million immigrants enter the United States using the legal route. For the rest, only 12 million are on record for being an illegal alien.
He came here illegally, but then he got papers fixed, so he eventually became an American citizen. He was very proud of his status.
They all seek a common goal to find safety from a country that promises to protect them.
Almost everyone in this room is descended from someone who was fleeing persecution or seeking better opportunity for their families.
He came to America because he was fleeing the violence that was in El Salvador.
Our country is founded on the basis of taking in people who need help.
They come to the United States to flee their troubles at home. However, when they arrive on American soil, they have to face more.
Their struggle with becoming with being an alien or an immigrant.
My dad said that he couldn't find that much work, and he was working odd jobs.
Yet, these people persevere every day to continue to make a better life for themselves. But recent turn of events have made it more difficult for immigrants to seek asylum and find a better life.
2017, Trump issued his executive order of the travel ban, which banned people from certain countries that tend to be predominantly Muslim. They were banned from coming into the United States, and that was a pretty big historic executive order that made the news. A lot of judges tried to turn it down, saying it was unconstitutional.
Since then, other policies that affect immigrants have come into play. However, the new policies have taken a turn. For those who are lucky enough to even make it to the border, they are being refused the right to seek asylum. These people are being held at the border, unable to enter into a better life or go back to their old one.
Detention facilities now, which has been really controversial, literally holding people who went to seek asylum at the border of the United States, and then they're being held in a detention facility, and then there were hundreds of children who were actually separated from their families in all of this chaos of splitting people into detention facilities.
President Trump descended the golden escalators at Trump Tower to announce his candidacy by saying Mexico was sending us the worst rapists, murderers. Then he said he was required to break up migrant families because of bad laws that the Democrats gave us.
Nationwide, the effects of these policies are being felt with the amount of immigrants entering the country.
Even at Franklin High School, teachers have noticed the difference of the amount of students who are immigrating into the school. We have a lot of Middle Eastern populations that moved into the Sacramento region as well as Elk Grove, and now we're seeing that less and less.
These new policies are creating a feeling of fear in the immigrants already in the country.
I know students who have talked to me about being worried about themselves or their family members who are not legal residents, and whether or not groups like ICE or just benefits from the government might be taken away.
They've actually gotten some of my aunts and uncles because they thought they had papers, but a lawyer probably scammed them out of it.
This fear is also extending towards the people that are meant to help the immigrants.
She gets very scared when lawyers or police get involved in most things.
With the 2020 election coming up, these policies could change.
The 2020 election could definitely have a major impact on which direction that kind of stuff goes. If Trump wins again, then most likely he would continue immigration policies like that, in which he's trying to stop and prevent people from coming in from particular areas around the world. If a Democrat wins, I think it wouldn't be anything extreme, but the travel ban would be lifted. We would start to see more immigrants coming in and accepting more refugees. That's a huge part of our immigrants, are people who are seeking refuge in the United States.
Although immigration is a big issue among the elections, there's no platform being taken on the issue.
The candidates who are currently running for office haven't really made a very clear platform on where they would stand, but they make it clear it would not be where Donald Trump stands on immigration.
With all this commotion happening in the world when it comes to immigration, it is ultimately up to the voter to create positive change to preserve the ideas our country is founded on.